However, we need one more item before we can start screwing around here. We need the stopwatch. Because the stopwatch is what's going to allow us to get up there early. Unless I can pull this off. Nope. Okay. It wants me to read. So, we're getting out of Dodge. That's why I like having the stopwatch coming into this area after I get the power to transform into the mist cloud. Because the stopwatch also stops the books. And the books are constantly moving, and I don't want that, so... Here they come. Ah! Throwing lightning, I'm like a Sith Lord. Just like Palpatine. You don't know the power of the dark side. Oh, didn't work. Oh well. So I'm gonna go grab a stopwatch and I'll be back in this area. Okay, so back off in this area with the stopwatch. We are going to lure these books into a position where we can kick off them using the wolf transformation like so. Not like that. Like so. So now we're up here without need of the leap stone, so we don't have to use double jump to get up here. So in this part of the library, we're going to be brought to some flea armors, and they are more resilient versions of the flea men, and they're a little bit more obnoxious to deal with. But when we have the... When we have the bat transformation, get me out of this room before I'm bombarded by flea men. When we have the bat transformation, the flea armors are going to be no problem for us, as we're going to just be able to bypass most of them with using the wing smash. So this is our next boss fight. That's Lesser Demon. He normally doesn't give me that much trouble, but if you're filling out the bestiary, you're going to want to let him summon the Mudmen, as he is the only enemy in the game at this point, specifically this point, that summons Mudmen. Kill him too quickly like I did, you're going to miss the Mudmen, and you're going to have an incomplete bestiary if you're into doing that sort of thing. So past him is where we get our hands on our next upgrade, which is the Bat Transformation. This is one of the most important transformations in the game, and we're not going to be using it for very much. We have to use it to get out of here, and that's about it. And we're going to be using it to get our next mist power-up, which we're going to be using to skip getting most of the bat transformation power-ups as well. Stupid flea armor! Holy God! Like I said, the flea armors are more obnoxious variants of the flea men. And the flea men are already annoying to begin with. Tally-ho. I love Wing Smash, dude. Unfortunately, in the PS1 version, you cannot use the infinite Wing Smash like you can in the Saturn version. You have to constantly input the Wing Smash inputs to use the continuous Wing Smash in the PS1 version. But the thing with the continuous Wing Smash is it takes the magic used to initiate the Wing Smash every time you want to use it. And then it also uses the magic upon contact with any enemy or breakable object, which is kind of the only downside behind the Wing Smash. Other than that, it's the fastest mode of transportation outside of the warps. So the next place of interest we're going to go to is the clock tower. The clock tower will also contain our next boss fight. And the clock tower is also how we're going to get to the castle keep, which is where we're off to next. As the castle keep is going to allow us to get the better version of the mist transformation that will allow us to stay in the mist transformation until we run out of magic. And then we're going to be using that to get the walk armor and have an easier time getting through the game overall. So the first thing we're going to do while we're here, though, is we're going to head straight up here. At least I think this is the area I'm thinking of. Yes, it is. In this area... No, it's not. I'm thinking of the inverted castle. I'm also thinking of later in the normal castle. Look at that. Normally the wing smash doesn't last that long. But if you repeatedly do the wing smash inputs, you're going to have a much longer wing smash overall. So, as is Castlevania tradition, the clock tower is the most annoying part of the whole castle. Specifically because of the enemies inside it. And this game is no outlier to that rule, because this place has yellow Medusa heads, these annoying harpies that can't seem to take a hint. Oh my god. Get me out of here. Jeez. Like, ugh. And the yellow Medusa heads petrify you, so just make sure you get the heck out of dodge of the clock tower, because that place sucks. So these are spirit swords, I think that's their name, or astral swords. When you kill the main body, the sword souls will start chasing after you very slowly, and they kind of hurt, so try not to get hit by them too many times. So this is our next boss, and this is just as easy as the rest of the bosses in the game. Just like that, the boss goes down. If you don't show any mercy to that boss, you'll never see any of the attacks. So don't worry too much about that particular boss. But that was Karasu, not a very difficult boss at all. So this is the castle keep. So heading on upstairs, we can come up to our next weapon here. This is the scimitar. The Falchion is what it's called in this game. It's pretty strong, but it's kind of a slow weapon. I wouldn't really recommend using it, especially when you have so many better choices. So this is the area I was thinking of earlier. So heading up here, we will be brought to a whole bunch of upgrades that we're going to be collecting. This is a room full of heart max-ups and life max-ups. There are 2 of each. There is also the spirit card as well, for one of Alucard's many familiars that he can wield. I'm thinking of the inverted castle again, where the potion is. So now that we're at the grand staircase... Come on. Oh my god. Wing smash. Thank you. Wing smash is kind of unreliable at times. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to open this staircase here, as this will take us to a peculiar room which I want you to keep memory of for the inverted castle. The inverted castle has a much better version of this room, but a whole bunch of healing items and a big heart isn't terrible. So the Platinum Mail is better. I am going to be equipping that for the time being until we get the Walk Armor, obviously, or Spike Breaker. Spike Breaker is a pretty good armor too, and that'll most likely become one of my go-to armors of the game. So if you continue down the pathway here and go beyond that door, you can fight Richter now. I wouldn't suggest doing that, because we don't have the necessary items to beat him. We can beat Richter right now, but it would just cause the worst ending in the game. Oh, the Flea Riders, man. These are some pretty annoying enemies when trying to go for your next item, which is the better form of the mist. Beat it, Flea Rider. I'm ducking. You can't cause me any knockback. Okay, you can, but there. Okay, carrying on. Now we can actually do what we're intending to do here. No, I'm up too high right now. I gotta find the pathway in here. I know it's here somewhere. There it is. So in here is the better form of the mist. This is what will allow us to stay in the mist form as long as we have magic. And unlike the PS4, PS5 version, you do not have to hold down the button, which is the re-releases of Symphony of the Night, which are based off of the PSP version of the game. So, yeah. That is a thing you don't have to worry about with this particular version of the game. See, Castle Keep. Okay, yeah. This is the next path I'm going to be going.